Hello viewers, good morning ladies and gentlemen. I am yet again with another warrior of life who is Arjuna awardee, who is world #1 badminton champion in para athletics, who is won so many medals, so many gold medals, silver medals and bronze medal. In fact, she is the one who is inspiring many people in the world around herself who are looking forward to become a good athlete, good sports person. And before I get into too many details, let me just go back to Miss Manasi Joshi. And Manasi, welcome to the show, Will Life Like a Warrior. And warrior, I call the people who definitely have overcome the serious challenges in their life. And now they are living their dream life and they are the winner of their life. Of course, they have put in a lot of effort. So welcome to the show, Manasi.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Thank you for having me on a beautiful Sunday morning.
Yes.
Enjoying our time in this conversation and looking forward to have more such interaction today.
Yeah.
Great. I'm really excited.
Thank you, Manasi. Thank you. And we too are very excited today, this Sunday morning. Manasi, to start with, let me just know that, or my viewers would like to know that your little background, that how, I know that in the childhood you have been a good, means passionate about the badminton playing and other things. So little background of your childhood and your teenage life. Over to you.
Sir, I was born in Rajkot and I have lived my whole life in Mumbai. My father was employed at Bhabha Atomic Research Center as a scientist. So we had a great opportunity of living in a colony, BARC colony in Anushakti Nagar in Mumbai. And it was a great place to start. And we had great opportunity around us with badminton courts, with multiple big playgrounds in between 4 buildings, and every place around us had a very huge open space. Our schools, colleges, and every place inside the colony was very well equipped in terms of not only sports but various other co-curricular activities, and a lot of influential people have lived their life and have grown up in Anushakti Nagar. With all the children who were sons and daughters of scientists, I think exposure to the field of science and technology was there right since the childhood. And my parents were like, you just don't have to be exposed to science and technology, which we had great exposure to. They were also like, we want our children to have exposure to all other activities, be it sports, music, arts, and every other culture. Also living in a society or a colony where people were there from multiple cultures from all over India, the exposure that we all had in our colony was tremendous in terms of national places, and which in turn gave us an opportunity to learn a lot of different languages and meet people from different cultures, eat different food. During even my teenage years, I had great exposure to a lot of activities. I was not only playing badminton, but I was also playing football. And my teachers would encourage us not only to play one sport event, but multiple sporting event, be it athletics like 100, 200, 400 meters to long jump, high jump, and discus throw, like all track and field events and other team events like football, volleyball, basketball, which overall helped us to shape our personalities.
Yes.
I think my parents were very keen in us having participated in multiple competitions in schools, be it Rangoli competition to elocution competition. And I think all these exposures, and I have studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya. I think the exposure that I had studying with my with fellow students, I think I learned so much from my other students, co-students also. And Then I enrolled into engineering because my love for science and technology was tremendous. I did electronics engineering from Mumbai, and I had developed keen interest in coding technology. And later
Mhm.
on, in my after graduation from my engineering college, I started working in a software company in Mumbai itself.
Okay.
I think I even in my engineering college we had exposure to badminton, and I would as a school student I would participate in various school level competition, intra school, intra atomic energy competitions, and uh, local district level competitions. I would always win one or the other medal in those competitions because I was a trained badminton player. Later, even in my engineering, I would participate at multiple events. And when I started working, I would also participate at various corporate level tournaments. And so my love for sport was always there.
I
And badminton was one sport that I loved playing. It helped me shape my personality. It helped me shape, give me different views on discipline, on hard work, on time management, and how to be the best in all the fields. I think
absolutely, absolutely. Mansi, what you said is that sports gives you this how to manage the time and the hard work and interaction with the people. So, how important you think is the sports in shaping you as a leader? How important you think?
I think I played multiple sports. So it was not like I was playing just an individual sport, but I was also playing a team sport. In individual sport, you are on your own and you have to be the best in your own area. But in team sport, you have to not only be best, but you also have to consider the whole team. So I
Yes.
learned how to be a team player as well as a team manager. I still remember in my college, I was captain of my girls' cricket team in my final year. So I think it helps you in not only understanding multiple other attributes of people and harnessing the best qualities that people have, but also understanding the best quality that people have, and then encouraging people when people are demotivated. So I think sports gave me that kind of an attitude. And one thing that sports really gave me was ability to accept a loss.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is what the part of the leadership basically it means. How you take success and the failure as a together.
It's
And
not just about winning a tournament or
yes,
winning a medal or winning everything. It's also about getting better. And
yes,
you get better when you accept something, when you accept that a loss has happened on court, on ground, wherever, and that you have to work hard to win next time. That is what helped me a lot, even in my later years when I had to go through one of my biggest loss. I think
I,
sports helped me in understanding that yes, it's a loss, yes, it's okay, and you can do better if you work
yes.
hard. So I think that that is one of the best quality that I've learned through sports.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what you said is absolutely right, Mansi, that you never fail. Either you succeed or you learn. There are two things. There is no failure in life. It is you learn from those setbacks. So Mansi, I think after that you had, as you rightly mentioned, that big loss of life in terms of getting disabled. Would you like to throw some light on that?
When I was working in within an organization in Mumbai, I was on my way to work. This is around 11 years back. In December 2011,
Oh,
I was on my way to work and I met with an accident, and the accident was pretty huge, and it was so bad that I was transferred from. I met with an accident at around 8:30, 8:15 in the morning, and I was taken to one hospital, from one hospital to the other. And um, after 45 days of remaining in the hospital, 6 surgeries, out of which 2 were amputation surgeries. First one was to save my life, and second one was again to save other part of my body. I think it was better to. At that moment, I really thought that it was better to live as a disabled person than to die. And since 2012, I have been living as a disabled person. And it's not just, I mean, over the years, I've learned that it's not just disability, but there are multiple things that are defining me. And I do not shy away from calling myself as a disabled person, because I know there's nothing wrong in being disabled. It's just how the society treats you.
Absolutely.
And I think since 2012, it's only because of the support that I've got from people around me, my family, friends, my teachers, my colleagues, my doctors, my nurses, the housekeeping staff, to prosthetists, to everybody around me. I think it's only because of their support that I've been able to do wonderful. My love for sport always remained with me. And the first question that I asked my doctor post my amputation was, will I be able to play badminton? And my doctor is like, Mansi, if you want, you can also climb Mount Everest. There is nothing stopping you. You just do what you love to do, and we will be there to support you. So I think over the years, I did not climb any Mount Everest that the doctor promised, nor was my ambition. But I am climbing my own small
Absolutely.
Everests every day. Sport is giving me an opportunity, and I'm loving playing badminton. I have played now badminton at international level, won multiple
So,
medals.
Mansi, before we go on that stories, I just wanted to highlight one point. I believe when you met with the accident and you manage everything yourself, in the sense that you call the people, you told them that call the ambulance, means you were 100% calm and cool. And which is very important after meeting the accident. How you mustered that courage that despite your getting under the wheel, your leg getting under the wheel, and you remain calm, which is very important for the listener to understand that this helps you in recovering fast as well as managing yourself.
I think remaining calm helps you better make decisions. So when I met with an accident, I knew it's really bad, uh, but I was conscious. I didn't have many of my head injuries or anything. The only way I could have lost consciousness was loss of blood, and I knew that I had very less time till I lose blood. And I was an avid reader and encyclopedia. I would love to read all these documents. At that time, I understood that as a child, I had understood that you meet, if there is a huge blood flow, you have to remain calm. Otherwise, your
Yeah.
heart starts pumping faster
Yeah.
and you may lose more blood. So I used to tell myself, remain calm. You'll go through this. Don't worry. And there were a lot of bystanders, because it's really crazy to see some young girl on road who's met with an accident, and people were there to support. I told one of the person who was standing beside me, saying that, give me my phone and I would like to call my parents. I called up my father and told him I met with an accident. Please come at
Wonderful.
the spot. It was just like a 5-7 minutes ride for my father. It was it was supposed to be my grandmother's ear operation. And I was actually not going to go to work that day because of the operation surgery of my grandmother. But unfortunately, at the last minute, the doctor called up and said that we are canceling. He had some other work and he had cancelled surgeries for that day. And so I left for work. It was so unfortunate that and my then grandfather was taking my grandmother to hospital. He just told my grandmother, okay, Mansi is met with an accident. You go home. I'm just going to this accident spot. I think my father was there. I think remaining calm helped me a lot. And then having people at the accident spot who knew me also helped me a lot.
Yeah.
My father came immediately. My friend's father was also there. My sister's friend. I mean, people recognized me because the accident happened very close to the place I live. So people recognized me after I removed my helmet and the scarf that I was wearing. And I think remaining calm also helped me to control the blood flow, make proper
Absolutely.
decisions in calling my father, calling ambulance. of course, I didn't call for ambulance, but I asked bystanders to help me call an ambulance. And I was just waiting patiently for help to arrive. And for people to take me to the hospital. And unfortunately, transferring from one hospital to another was really scary experience, because I didn't know what's going to happen next and how things. I mean, I definitely knew that my body was in trauma, my mind was in trauma, but then I had nothing to do and instead of panicking, I told myself that it's better to remain calm.
Absolutely. The calm and the patience pays you in long term. And that is what you decided, not to lose too much of blood because of
yeah, but it's not in our hand much. Trust
me. Absolutely.
Whatever we can do, we should do. In
Yes.
the time when it's not great, it's not a great time, then just listen to what you have learned over the years.
So after that, how the life changed, Manasi, and how did you rehabilitate yourself and get into the game?
I think when I met with an accident, I had a great support of people around me. But once I rejoined my organization, I came home. Once I started healing, I understood that everything around me had moved on, and I have to pick up my own pieces and do things that I love to do. It's not going to happen that people are going to wait for me. My organization, as I was on long leave, they had already filled my spot with someone else. And when I rejoined, I had to relearn new things in my organization. And even before that, I had to relearn how to balance myself, walk again, and continue with my rehabilitation. So there was a clinic, a prosthetic clinic, which was very nearby to the place that I stayed, around 3 to 4 kilometers. It's like extremely nearby. And I went there for prosthetic fitment. The clinic's name is Autobock, and it's my prosthetic provider. Currently, I'm also we have tied up together as they are my supporters in my sporting journey also. I learned how to balance. I relearned how to do things again, and I think that has helped me to develop love for sports again. Badminton was a sport that I was playing, and I again started playing it with my brother, who was also a badminton player. So every Sundays, we would book court and we would play together. I would not move much, but I enjoyed playing it. And I didn't know that playing badminton helped me balance better, find my, it helped me a lot actually. Playing badminton helped me a lot. And I was out of my comfort zone when I was playing badminton.
Absolutely.
And I didn't know the game that I'd learned very early in my childhood, which stayed with me during my teens and in my early adulthood. That game is going to stay with me and later on become a career option for me.
I know.
And since 2000, so I came back home in 2012 in January. Around Makar Sankranti was the day I got discharged from the hospital. One of my favorite festivals. And I think since 2012, I learned within 2 years, I did extremely well in my life, in my sport, in my career, and I learned sport. In 2014, I played my first national level tournament. And since then, I've been doing multiple things in my sporting journey.
In fact, Manasi, after going through so much of physical challenge, you need to have a lot of mental toughness, isn't it? Then only one can come to this level where you are today, #1 badminton player. So, would you like to share with my viewer that how important is to develop that mental toughness of a winner?
I think everything is a matter of time. It's about like any bad day that happens, it will remain for some time. Of course, the bad days might turn uglier, but it will be only for some time. It will be there, like financial troubles, like anything, whatever you say, relationship troubles, physical health, any troubles, they're there, but you have to work on it. It's not like aake chale gaye. thoda
Yes.
der wait karo to chale jayenge. No, you have to work for it, and you have to make sure that you are in the right direction. Be
And
it
for
your
that, you
health.
need a mental toughness.
And for that, you just need to remember that it is a matter of time. Just
Yes.
it's like remain calm and think positive and do work towards it. Like, don't sit at home waiting things
Absolutely.
will change. You have to make things change. And for that, you
Yes.
have to remain positive in your approach. Always find having bigger heart, having bigger mind to accept. And accepting is one of the best things that I've learned. Again, it's not just through sports, but through my injury also, that acceptance is in our hands when nothing else is in our hands. Acceptance to accept a defeat, acceptance to accept a loss of anything. I won't say physically or mentally, but it's there. And you have to work towards it. So I work to, and taking first step. It's all about taking the first step.
Yes.
So I started learning how to walk on crutches, and now I learned how to walk on how to climb stairs on crutches, come down on crutches, and then walk on prosthetic. And I think that helped me over the years, that it's just one small step that you have to take. Body has its own way of healing. All you
Right.
have to do is feed it the right medication, and body will heal. It's awesome. Our human body is amazing the way it heals.
Yeah.
And then since I've learned how to accept the loss, I think focusing and channelizing my energy in what all I can do, and not concentrating on what all things I can't.
Yes.
I learned how to be a bold person in just going out and doing multiple things. And another thing that is required when things are low is having support. Not only from your family. I won't say you need support of your family to be successful. It can be your colleague, it can be your sibling, it can be a friend, it can be a neighbor, it can be a stranger, it can be anyone. But support is a must. You cannot
Right.
deal with things alone. It requires a lot of people to help you in the hard times.
Absolutely.
And asking for help. There is nothing wrong, no
Wrong.
shame in asking कि भाई थोड़े time के लिए support तो required रहेगा. So you will have to be there. So I knew that asking for help is easy. So I started asking, and within few days I didn't require any help. So I think even that is important.
इनफैक्ट आपने जो एक बात और ये जो बोला ना कि you must capitalize on your strength and keep working on your weaknesses to improve upon them. So that is a very important aspect of any.
I said this in one interview.
Yeah. So, and that is what the self-awareness is, that you should know what is your strong point and what is your weaknesses. So capitalize on the strength and work on your weaknesses. That is the way the life goes on. So how then you came into this full-fledged playing the para badminton and then getting the medals after medals. Let's hear that.
So para badminton happened by social media. I was an avid social media user. This is 2000 and I think since social media has been invented, Facebook, Orkut, I think it has been invented for our generation first.
I know.
And we as children, like I have used almost all the social media early on, right from when I was in my 11th standard. And when Facebook came, I was one of the first few people to open my Facebook account. When Instagram came, I was one of the first few people in my community I'm talking about. The first few Instagram or first few Twitter, and I've been on these social media platforms since quite a long time. I love posting stuff on my social media. I love talking about the things the things that happen in my life with my friends and with people around me. I don't keep on adding friends. I just love to be in touch with my own friends. And in that community, in para sports community, Major DP Singh has started the challenge rounds. I still remember 2012, Dastagir from the Challenging Ones had invited me to join the Challenging Ones group, a close group on Facebook. And I had just recovered from my injury. Since then, I've been in touch with a lot of amputees who are doing amazing things. And Major DP Singh again doing some amazing work in the field of para sports. So getting inspiration from everybody was one of the biggest factor. In 2014, through the group I got connected to, in 2013-14, through the group I got connected to another international badminton player. And through the group itself, I was in touch with a lot of people. Because I used to play corporate level tournaments, my company would encourage me to play more. In 2011, when I played my first corporate level tournament, after joining my organization, I had won. So in 2012, again, after my injury, my corporate was very keen in me taking part in that tournament. The people and everybody knew that one of the employee has met with such a life-changing injury. So a lot of people helped me, Kate, you should participate. And one of the organizers said that, hey, Mansi, we have no idea. We have no clue about badminton organization and we require your support. Don't play, just come. If you don't want to play, don't play. But we need your support in organizing and handling tournament. And I was like, yes, I'd love to be a part of it. And he said that bring your badminton racket. When you get time, you can play also. So I took my brother and sister with me to the badminton court there. And we organized that tournament. And because it was lovely to be a part of it, I started playing. And in that tournament, when I played, I started defeating everybody. And this was just when I was learning how to walk. I was also defeating a lot of other people in badminton. And since then, I developed a lot of courage to play the sport. And in that tournament, I won a gold medal. Everybody, I mean, I went crazy. Everybody around me went crazy. And my organization went crazy. That just few months back, she was in hospital. And now within 8 months, she's playing a tournament and not only playing, but winning a medal. I got a lot of congratulations from top executives in my organization, and it encouraged me a lot. Since then, I've been participating in a lot of corporate level tournaments in and around Mumbai and sharing my journey on my social media. So one of my friend, Neeraj, who was an amputee through the group, said that, why are you playing with able-bodied people? Come and join para sports. We have para badminton tournaments. And I felt really, I thought, can I play para badminton? I cannot, like, these people are marvelous. I might not be there. But in 2014, I got invited to play national level tournament.
Okay.
And in that tournament, I won a silver medal. I lost to one of the legend in badminton, Parul Didi. And she was Arjuna awardee at that time. And when I thought that if I'm able to play and reach till silver level, then all I have to do is work hard.
Absolutely.
From 2014 to 2019, it took me multiple years to first look at a champion, be with those champions like Parul, Parmar. And then in 2019, got an opportunity to defeat those people, like defeat her in a tournament. I think I did it. I played one of the best badminton. I learned so much. I played a lot of international tournaments since 2015. In 2015, I won a silver medal at World Championships in England. In 2016, I won a bronze medal in Asian Championship in China. 2017, World Championship bronze. And in 2018, I won Asian Games bronze medal. And there are multiple other medals that I've won. These are just the major medals I'm talking about. And in 2019, I won my very first World Championship gold medal. And,
Number one.
Thank you. And 2019, I've been training at Gopichand Academy in Hyderabad since 2018 now, and pursuing badminton for the love of sport. I left my job in 2016 to pursue sports. At that time, I decided that I want to see how much I can push my body and how much important are skills in the field of sports and movement and everything else. I had one of the highest disability in my event in singles, and I just wanted to see how much I can do better. And over the years, I think I've done really well in my field of badminton. I
Absolutely.
have become one of the best, and right now I'm world number one in singles. And I've paired up with another young athlete called named Rutik, and we are now ranked number one in mixed doubles as of today.
Very nice.
So we have been doing extremely, like I have been doing extremely well in the field of badminton, and I have also started using my voice as a disabled person to change the narrative and perception around disability
Yes,
through
yes,
sports.
yes.
And I've been speaking a lot on multiple channels. By channels, I mean social media and print and digital media. Just sharing my story and telling the world how difficult and how easy it is to live with as a person with disability, and talking more on how to change mindsets, how to have more road safety, and in general just talk about issues pertaining to people with disability. And I think the sport has made me more responsible in talking about
Absolutely.
issues. And
Absolutely.
I've got some good recognitions from multiple media houses and channels for my contribution to the field of sports.
I know that reminds me, you have been cover page of Time magazine and Vogue and your Femina and even ELLE. So that is too creditable. Just tell how it happened, all these things. How this is also another.
I also have a Barbie doll modeled after
I know,
my
I know.
my likeness, and I think
That
it's great to
that exactly look like you.
yeah. So I think a lot of good recognitions have happened over the years in the field of because of the field of sports. Time magazine has named me as one of the next generation leaders, and
How this Time magazine thing happened, and how did your parents feel that time?
So Time magazine reporter approached me that this is around 2020, beginning of 20, no, sorry, mid of 2020, when the whole world was down with COVID. Tournaments were not happening. I was doing a lot of work since 2019. I've been very vocal about my ideologies around disability and sports and importance of change in narrative. And I've been speaking about it on a lot of platforms. I don't know how they found out about this. Time magazine reporter contacted me saying that Time magazine has decided you as one of their next generation leaders. So now the Time magazine comes up with Time 100 most influential people. Like that, they also come up with next generational leaders who are youngsters, who are changing, according to them, are changing the world. And they thought I was worthy enough to be called that. And I was so inspired to be in the list, which includes multiple people from the field of art, music, science, and technology.
Even Shooter Dadi.
Shooter Dadi, that was in, that's not Time, that is BBC.
Oh, BBC, yes. Right. Yes.
So Time magazine is only for young people under, I don't know the age in which they have it, but I think I was very fortunate to be as next generational leader. And the photo that they took made it to the cover in Asia, the whole of Asia. And I had my friends from multiple countries, from Hong Kong to Singapore to China, sharing that they have seen me on Time magazine in their own countries. Then Barbie came up with a doll. Both of them release happened around the same time, within 2 days. Then BBC has named me as 100 women of 2020.
Yes, women leaders.
Forbes has named me as so 100 women of 2020 had 100 women from multiple countries. There were 4 from India. I was lucky to be one among those 4 or 5. Then Forbes has named me a self-made woman of 2020. And I think I have had great recognitions from multiple these kind of channels. BBC also named me, nominated me as Athlete of the Year. I was the first para athlete to be a part of Athlete of the Year, which included Sindhu, Duti Chand, and other able-bodied sports persons. So to get a recognition in these athletes, I think it was one of the biggest achievement.
Basically, Mansi, what I say, this is not a disability. It's basically, you guys are differently abled people. You are the most abled people, in fact, I must say that, who has converted their disability into a most ability. And that is why you are there on these cover pages. It's a very hard earned. And in fact, any different disabled person is a differently abled, and one can achieve any heights. I have interviewed so many of them, and they have done exceptionally wonderful, which able people can't do. So there is no.
No, it's not like that. I think we all have ability.
Yes, it's not
nobody. According to me, nobody is different. It's unfortunate that life throws a lot of different kind of challenges, but also. It's important that we do not just think that it's because of they have different ability, they'll be able to change or they'll be able to navigate. The reality is very different. We still live in a world where in our country, things are not accessible. Tomorrow, if I am on my wheelchair, I want to go out. I have multiple injuries since I've started playing badminton, and I sometimes am stuck to wheelchair for my locomotion. And it's crazy that if I'm on my wheelchair, I still cannot access the basic sabzi wala to ATMs I just have to be in an Uber, or Ola, and not get the beauty of public transport. So I think it's not just different ability. I think life throws us with different challenges, and life becomes easier if people around us are more acceptable to changes around us, and the infrastructure accommodates to everybody's needs. Because according to me, the change in infrastructure won't only help, and it's not only according to me actually, the change in infrastructure does not only help a disabled person, but everybody in the society, right from a woman who is having the baby in their small tram to an old uncle and auntie who are currently on a wheelchair. It helps everybody in the society, and I think we all need access.
In fact, you are working toward that also, sensitizing the masses about the disability and disabled people.
Correct.
So, what work you are doing toward that? How are you helping?
I'm encouraging a lot of people to join sports, encouraging more and more people to have opportunity of and love for sports. I'm also visiting a lot of people who have met with an accident and encouraging them. And this is just a personal thing where I'm helping other people in procuring equipments and devices. But I'm also talking about issues that we face on my social channels, and on people who ask for opinions, who I have been talking about issues. I talk about inclusion. I talk about in schools. I go and I talk on road safety, encourage people to be more vigilant when they're driving. I help in speaking. I speak at multiple corporates in schools and colleges around disability, inclusion, and need for inclusion, accessibility, and change in mindset, especially in a country like ours.
Yeah, mindset is the most important thing which needs to be changed toward the disability and the disabled people. Of course, the infrastructure is another important thing. So, Manasi, after having got so much of recognition worldwide, plus being the #1 badminton player, para badminton, what next?
I think I have played a lot of tournaments. Now I'm aiming for Paralympics. That is the tournament that is left from the things I need to do. 2024 is going to be Paralympics for us. Olympics and Paralympics are happening in Paris, and it's my ambition to play that sport, to play the sport that I love.
Yeah.
It's my ambition to play it in Paris and win a medal. And yeah, I mean, I want to be one of the contributor to a medal tally for the country. And not only that, I want to work towards, I want to use my voice as a disabled person, as an athlete with who's playing para sports, as an athlete with disability. I want to keep on using my voice to raise, to change, and
Awareness.
to indulge more and more masses into having a normal world for all of us. No special treatment, no less treatment, just a normal world for all of us.
So, jate jate, what message would you like to give to our youths?
I think what I'd like to share today with everyone is some things do not happen as we plan, but
Yes.
we should learn how to navigate and use our current anything into development of our own self, having self-awareness, accepting things, and learning your weakness, making them your strength is very much possible. It's in our hands, and it's really important to have a positive attitude and a mindset, because
Yes.
it helps you navigate.
और जो लोग बैडमिंटन प्लेयर बनना चाहते हैं उनके लिए कोई टिप्स?
एवरी डे कोर्ट में पहुंचिए टाइम पे.
ओके.
खूब मेहनत कीजिए, और स्पॉन्सरशिप्स और वो सारी डील्स आप उसके लिए आप लिखिए लोगों को, आप अपने नियर बाय मंत्री को लिखिए, मंत्री से लेकर कॉर्पोरेट्स, कंपनी, सबको लिखिए. मुझे पता है कि गेम अपने हाथ में है, but the financial support that we require, sometimes we do not have access to it, but there are a lot of opportunities to get that kind of an access to opportunities. And that badminton अगर खेल रहे हैं तो मैं श्योर हूँ कि आप इतना पसंद करते हैं कि आप छोड़ेंगे नहीं. मैंने अभी तक नहीं छोड़ा है, और मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ कि स्पोर्ट एज अ वे ऑफ लाइफ आप अप्रिशिएट कीजिए और बस आगे बढ़ते रहिए.
Manasi, it has been a lot of learning to my viewers who are listening this discussion, and we, on my behalf, we wish you that in the next coming Paralympic, you definitely come with the highest medal possible, and we wish you with all the wishes so that you keep yourself fit, motivated, inspired to play the next year Paralympic. And we wanted to see you with the flying colors. So thank you so much, me and on my behalf, my viewers.
Thank you, sir, and thank you to all those who have tuned in, and request you all to support me in my journey towards Paralympics, and check what's happening. So thank you, sir, for having me today on your show, and it was such a fun time discussing and talking.